I never saw the trap until it had already sprung shut around me like a steel jaws. It started innocently enough, or what I told myself was innocent. I was Ryan, 22, broke college senior, scrolling late-night Reddit for easy money gigs because rent was due and my campus job had cut hours. That's when I found the ad. Seeking open-minded male, slim young man for private weekend modeling contract. High fashion, avant-garde. $25,000 cash upon completion. Discretion assured. Must commit to full weekend, no early exit. Reply with full body photo. 25 grand. For one weekend. I'm 5 feet 9 inches, 140 pounds, longish hair I'd been too lazy to cut, soft features my ex always called pretty. I sent the photo before my brain caught up. The reply came within minutes. Perfect. You're exactly what we're looking for. Address and instructions attached. Arrive Friday 7 p.m. sharp. Bring nothing but ID. Once you enter, the contract begins. No backing out. Safe word is mercy, but it only pauses, never ends the weekend. See you soon, Riley. Riley. They'd already renamed me. I laughed it off as roleplay kink. Told myself I'd wear some weird runway shit, pose weirdly, pocket the cash, and leave. I even jerked off thinking about it. The idea of being forced into something feminine always secretly turned me on, though I'd die before admitting it. I showed up at the gate of what looked like a private estate outside the city. Massive iron gates swung open automatically. A long driveway led to a modern mansion lit up like a movie set. A woman in a black latex-made outfit waited at the door. Tall, severe, beautiful in a terrifying way. Riley, she said, not asked. Strip. Here. She raised an eyebrow. Contract started the moment you drove through the gate. Strip, or forfeit the money and I call security to remove you naked. My heart hammered. I stripped on the marble steps in the cold night air, cock shamefully half-hard. She bagged my clothes, phone, wallet, everything. Led me inside barefoot. The door shut behind me with a heavy, final thud. That was the last time I saw my male clothes. Or freedom. They didn't waste a second. The maid, Mistress Vera, I'd learn, marched me down a hallway into what looked like a high-end salon crossed with a medical suite. 3 other women waited, Dr. Elena, surgeon's coat, Cassandra, makeup brushes and tattoo gun, and her, the owner of the house, simply called Goddess. Goddess was stunning. Mid-30s, red hair in a severe bun, black velvet dress hugging curves that made my mouth dry. She circled me slowly. Beautiful bone structure, she murmured. We won't need much FFS. Just a little jaw shaving, cheek filler, lip plump. Breasts. 600 cubic centimeters to start. Waist training immediate. And of course, permanent chastity. I laughed nervously. Wait, this is just modeling, right? Like weird fashion. Goddess smiled, and it was the coldest thing I'd ever seen. No, darling. This is a feminization trap. You walked in willingly. The contract you electronically signed when you replied is ironclad, lifelong modeling rights, body modification consent, non-disclosure with a $500,000 penalty clause. You're ours now. For the weekend, and forever. I lunged for the door. Vera caught me, twisted my arm behind my back, and injected something into my neck. The world tilted. I woke up strapped to a padded table, naked, 4 in my arm. Goddess leaned over me. Relax, Riley. You're about to become perfect. The first 24 hours were a blur of sedation and procedures. They knocked me out for the surgeries, jaw contouring, tracheal shave, brow bone reduction, fat transfer to hips and ass, 650 cubic centimeters silicone implants in my new breasts heaving with every breath when I finally saw them. Nipples pierced with thick gold rings connected by a thin chain. When I came to fully on Saturday morning, the real hell began. I was in a pink Barbie pink bedroom, locked ankle chain to the bedpost allowing maybe 10 feet of movement. Mirror on every wall. No escaping my reflection. I looked like a porn star who'd lost a fight with a plastic surgeon and won. Massive tits, easily F-cups, swollen and bandaged but already round and fake perfect. Waist snatched brutally by a steel-boned corset laced to 24 inches. Ass injected so big I couldn't lie on my back comfortably. Lips blown up into a permanent duck pout, tattooed liner and cherry red color that wouldn't fade for years. Eyelashes glued permanently, brows threaded into high arches. Hair, my own. bleached platinum blonde and extended to my waist. And between my legs, nothing. Just a smooth, flat pink cage so small it forced my cock and balls completely inside, creating the illusion of a perfect pussy mound. A thin gold chain ran from the cage ring, up through my new pussy lips, they'd done labiaplasty too, somehow, and connected to my nipple chain. Every movement tugged everything. I screamed. Actually screamed until my throat was raw. Goddess walked in wearing thigh-high boots and a smile. "Morning, princess. Welcome to day one of the rest of your life." She held up my phone. Showed me the video I didn't remember making. Me, drugged but conscious enough, slurring yes, goddess, I consent to permanent feminization. I want to be your sissy slave forever while they filmed it from every angle. Then the contract on a tablet, my real signature, somehow captured when I replied to the ad with my finger on the screen. I was fucked. Legally, literally, permanently. They started the training immediately. First, voice. A woman named Miss Lila came in with a shock collar around my neck synced to an app. Every time my voice dropped below a certain feminine pitch, zap. Within hours I was squeaking like a bimbo just to avoid the pain. Then walking. Ballet heels, 8 inches, locked on. I fell constantly. Each fall, Vera spanked my new fat ass with a paddle until it glowed red. By evening I was mincing perfectly, hips swaying like a runway slut. Makeup lessons. Cassandra sat me at a vanity and made me practice for 6 hours straight. Winged liner, contour, lashes, lipstick. If it wasn't perfect, she wiped it off with remover that burned and made me start over. By nightfall my face ached, but I looked like an Instagram filter come to life. And the cage. God, the cage. They kept me constantly aroused with injections, Viagra, female hormones, something that made my nipples and new pussy ass throb with need. But I couldn't get hard. Couldn't come. Every edge made me leak like a faucet, drooling down my thighs while they laughed. Saturday night was the unveiling. They dressed me, if you can call it dressing. A micro bikini in metallic pink that did nothing to cover my tits. The top was just strings and my nipple chain. Bottom was a thong that disappeared between my massive cheeks, the cage visible and glistening with my own desperation. 9-inch pleasers locked on. Hair in high pigtails with pink bows. Makeup so heavy I looked like a sex doll. Then they walked me, leashed by my nipple chain, into the main hall. 20 women waited. Goddesses' friends. Rich, beautiful, cruel. A feminization party. I was the entertainment. They made me serve drinks on my knees, crawling, ass in the air. Every time I spilled, a spanking. Every time I spoke without being spoken to, shock collar. Then the auction. My lovely guests, Goddess announced, meet Riley, our newest trap acquisition. Completely legal, completely broken in just 24 hours. Who wants to break her further? They bid on my holes. First mouth, $500 to a woman in leather who face-fucked me with a strap-on until I gagged and cried mascara rivers. First pussy ass, $2,000 to a couple who took turns spit-roasting me while guests filmed on their phones. By the end of the night I'd been used by 15 women. Straps, fists, tongues, toys the size of my forearm. My new tits were covered in hickeys and wax. My throat raw. My hole gaping and leaking lube and cum, they'd all worn straps that squirted. I came without touching myself when Goddess finally fucked me last, slow, deep, whispering in my ear. This is your life now, Riley. You're never leaving. I sobbed and came again, hating how good it felt. Sunday was branding day. They took me to the basement dungeon. Branded Goddess's trap across my ass cheeks with a red-hot iron while I screamed into a ball gag. Tattooed sissy above my cage in pink glitter ink. Queen of spades on my lower back, for future use, Goddess said with a wink. Then the final procedure. Orchiectomy. They removed my balls. I was awake for it. Local anesthetic only. Dr. Elena narrating like a professor while Goddess held my hand and stroked my hair. See, princess? No more nasty testosterone. You'll be soft and pretty forever now. And look, your clitty is already shrinking. I watched them snip away the last of my manhood and cried harder than I ever had in my life. But when Goddess kissed my forehead and said, "Good girl," something inside me settled. Monday morning, I thought it was over. I begged to go home. Goddess laughed. Home? Sweetheart, this is your home. She showed me the new contract, my new legal name change papers, already filed. Riley Ryan, female. The $25,000 deposited into an account I could only access with her permission. My apartment? Sublet. My job? Quit notice sent from my email. My social media? All updated with new photos of me, captioned living my truth. Sparkling heart sparkles. She'd planned it for months. The ad was bait. I was the perfect type, slim, pretty, desperate for money, lonely. Hundreds of applications. I was the one stupid enough to walk in. The trap sprang. And now I'm hers. That was 2 years ago. Today I'm Riley full-time. My tits are now 1,200 cubic centimeters, so big I can't reach around them. My waist is 19 inches from permanent corseting. My lips are tattooed and filled so huge I can't close them properly, perfect for sucking. My clitty is a 1-inch nub that hasn't been unlocked in 18 months. I live in the mansion, serving Goddess and her guests. I have my own OnlyFans, at Trapped Riley, 500,000 subscribers watching me get used 6 days a week. The 7th day I spend in a cage recovering. I make more money than I ever dreamed. But it's not mine. Nothing is mine anymore. Not my body. Not my name. Not my choices. I tried to escape once, 6 months in. Made it to the gate before the ankle monitor shocked me unconscious. Woke up with new piercings, clit hood, labia, tongue split for better pleasure. I never tried again. Sometimes, late at night when Goddess is fucking me slow with her favorite 12-inch strap and I'm crying into the silk sheets from how deep it goes, she asks me if I regret it. I always say the same thing, in my breathy bimbo voice I can't turn off anymore. No, Goddess. Thank you for trapping me. Thank you for making me perfect. And I mean it. Because the truth, the terrible, beautiful truth, is that I love it. I love the cage. I love the heels I can't take off. I love the way men and women stare now, how they want me, how they pay thousands just to use me for an hour. I love being property. I was never Ryan. Ryan was a lie. Riley was waiting underneath all along, desperate to be caught. The money was bait. The weekend was the trap. And I walked right in with my eyes wide open and my cock hard. If you're reading this, if you saw the ad, if you're thinking it's just one weekend, run. Or don't. Because once you walk through that gate, once they close the door, you're never getting out. And the worst part? You won't want to. Welcome to the trap, princess. It's warm in here. It's safe. And it feels so fucking good to finally stop fighting.